Tonight, we speak to some key organizers and participants of the impending street walk. I am Kweku Anan, and this is the weekend Frontline. Tonight, we're coming to you live from the very HQ here in the studios of CTV and across dozens of stations speaking the feed. We begin with our own in Sunyani. The dial is 88.1 FM. We move straight to Western region, and the dial is 99.1 FM. Across then in London, the feed is on it's on GOB broadcasting on modernghana.com and tuning. Still on GOB. They're picking it on www.gobtv.tv plus Apple Music. And of course tonight, the information super dial is highly clicking on my CTV GH and the Frontline Ghana, both YouTube and Facebook respectively. Of course, if your television is worrying you, quickly go straight to the YouTube and Facebook, and then you will join the feed right there. So the feed is much more active on Frontline Ghana, and then my CTV GH, okay? Plus the interactive segments on the WhatsApp line 020-297-3461. I should think that tonight I should read your messages. I really have to try to read all your messages, and then we'll be through. Folks, this is the weekend Frontline. I welcome all of you here in Ghana and around the world. Tonight, the feed is all across nationwide. We begin with Upper East, Upper West. Then we come to Northern region, Ashanti region, capital, Kumasi, Eastern region, Brong-Ahafo, and then, of course, the nation's capital, Accra, Volta region, I speak the feed, Central region, and of course, Western region, plus the 6 regional capitals. This is the Frontline show, the nation's biggest investigative magazine show. We are airborne tonight. Folks, what do we have for you tonight? Yes. What I have for you tonight is this, something and very, very simple. Yes. Something very simple for you tonight. So brace yourself and brace well, that a lot is coming tonight for you. Yes, those of you who are, guess what? Guess what? Tomorrow, Saturday, would be 9th August, right? So tomorrow was marked for this very biggest, call it the biggest street protest, street walk, whatever it is. Yeah. Yesterday, or now tomorrow, would have been the very time that this street walk or street march or whatever you call it, or however you see it, will take off. But we have to postpone the street walk or the street protests. Why? Because we are all currently mourning. The whole nation is in a state of mourning following the tragic death of 8 members of government, 2 cabinet ministers and high-ranking government officials, yes, met their untimely death somewhere in the Obuasi enclave. And so we've declared 3 days mourning. Today, day 2, I guess that, and then tomorrow is also part of this state of mourning. So we cannot have the state of mourning whilst then we are asking Ghanaians to go out there on the street to do what? To protest. No, we can't do that. So put it this way, per tradition, norms and all of that, we have to respect the very period that we've declared 3 days of what? Mourning. Therefore, let's respect these 3 days of mourning, and then after, I'm sure we all have to go back to our normal lives. If then the rest, as far as the remains of the 8 reported dead, or as we do know, will be given to their families for you know, or if they are going to do a mass burial. I don't know how that would be done, but that is in the hands of, you know, officialdom. But for now, we have to respect the traditions and order that we hold on the street protests. But folks, just have it at the back of your mind that the demonstration will come off, definitely. 2 weeks from now, not too far from now. Yeah, 2 weeks from now, the demonstration will come up. We have to do that. We simply have to do that to get rid of all influx of what? Foreigners who are simply not just giving Ghana a piece of what? They are not giving us any peace of mind. And tonight, I'm going to speak as blunt as anything. Even though we are all in our black attires and mourning and all of that, no, I'm not sharing tears. You know, I'm not sharing tears though. And it's also not as though I don't sympathize the situation, no. But Kweku, I'm tired. I swear to God, I am tired. I am extremely tired of this nation 33 years in governance. I am tired of this nation's 33 years of hopelessness. I am tired of this nation's 33 years of leadership. You know, we are suffering from what? Perhaps I have to say this. Like, we are into, what's the word do I want? Leadership deficit or some sort. Yeah. And I think that we need to bring an end to multi-party system in this country. Yeah, folks, whatever you take, it is up to you. We need to quickly bring multi-party system to an end completely. We have to shut it down. Yeah. We are in a state of hopelessness. Nothing can work. If this multi-party system would go this direction, folks, I am telling you tonight, or wherever I may be, you would say, that guy, that boy, that Kwekwanan said it. The multi-party system will not help this country anyway, anyhow. No, 33 years. So it's not really, it doesn't come as a surprise that some African nations are gradually walking away from it. Like who? The Niger military guy, what's his name? Tichiani. Tichiani, obviously, is telling the French government, back off. Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, has shut down the Electoral Commission straight up. He's not ready to hand over to any multi-party system. Go to Rwanda, Kigali. But then, guess what? These nations are building up. The multi-party system here in Africa cannot, will not, and may not work. And I dare any of you, all the political scientists or whatever you call yourself, come here, and I can dedicate the entire program, and I will school you people, the political science lecturers here in this country, including civil society groups who are being paid by foreign agents, by foreign spies, to all the time continue to what? Navigate nations in Africa into multi-party system, and multi-party system into stupidity and foolishness. It's not going to help Africa. Any day, any time, this country, I can give Ghana from tonight another what? Another 10 years, another 10 years, several decades. Your country will be as where it is. Anybody come and challenge it. Yeah, I dare anybody. The entire Africa as a region cannot go with multi-party system. Multi-party system, you know what? Multi-party system came 1630 thereof. But sooner rather later, multi-party system, democracy is facing off. The democracy itself is facing off. It came 1630. It's facing off anytime soon. But what it means is that Africans, our system of governance is not multi-party system. That's a fact. The white supremacists who brought even multi-party system to you know that they brought multi-party democracy to you for the very good reason that it is a means, it's a conduit, it's a special purpose vehicle to what? First of all, to enslave you, to to be able to have access to your mineral deposits and raw materials and many more. Why? Because they know that when they bring this multi-party system of governance, this is where it's going to help them, and then also deepen your system of acrimony. Your what? Your system of divisiveness. Your system of, so many, it's a bad taste. Through it, then they get access and jump into your governance system. Then they corrupt, they steal. So you see, the African governments have weaponized, they too, when the white man brought democracy to them, now they have also weaponized democracy, and it's the means of what? Stealing from the state. So the ordinary person is caught in the crossfire all times. That is where the leadership enrich themselves. So this party A comes, they enrich themselves. This one to come, they also enrich themselves. The nation is at crossroad, becomes the center focus, and they ignore. It's so many things that you can't really fathom. It's bizarre, but they know it. So here, 33 years, the NPP, NDC do know very well that they can develop the country within a matter of dependent 4-year tenure. They can develop, but they won't do it because that is how they want to create the system. That's how they want the system to work, so that this revolving kind of spin will continue to go on, and it will enhance them in their what? In their state galore of looting. So it's a group of people who will continue to enrich themselves. So do you not have it at the back of your mind that they are going to do some very immense development if that is going to help you? No. Guys, can I get my AC on? No, you are not part of them. The whites do know that democracy to Africa was a means of what? Causing destruction. If not, then the question remains, why is it that the white people, the Western world, who continue to push democracy to Africa, Ghana, the whole of Africa, we were the first country in the south of the Saharan African continent to have gained our independence. And after independence, spirits of gloom, despondency have become a commonplace. But behind this, wait a minute here. Why is it that Kwame Nkrumah said the independent, now the crime of Kwame Nkrumah before the eyes of the Western world is this: if the Western world, who are preaching democracy to the world, actually believe in democracy, then tell me, what was the crime of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah? His crime was the fact that, one, he gained independence for this nation. Two, he said, no, the independence of us is simply not just enough. But until that it connects to the entire African region, is this a crime? That's all his crime. So if the white supremacists believe in democracy, then in the first place, it begs the question, why is it that Kwame Nkrumah was championing the unity of the African region, and they said no? Then they quickly sponsored their what? Their foreign or their international spy agency, the CIA, with their Ghanaian counterpart, and then Kwame Nkrumah here, Kwame Nkrumah was short-circuited in his plan towards the development of the unity of Africa. Really? Are you asking them why? If the whites believe in democracy, why should they shoot Kwame Nkrumah down? Why should they clear Kwame Nkrumah from his roadmap? Folks, are you people thinking about it? So this democracy, you think this democracy is going to walk you through destination, the path of what? Of some goodwill? Or how? Do you know what they tried to do to former President Flight Lieutenant General John Rawlings? They tried to, before Rawlings, they had tried to establish their corporate puppet government so that they will bait him. But Rawlings and his people knew what these people were up to, and so no way. For now, with all the governments we are having after this leadership, Nkrumah, Rawlings and whatnot, with this crop of leadership, I'm sorry. The nation Ghana doesn't have a future. Forget about your men of God and whatnot. Your Ghana doesn't have future. Folks, let's get started. Tonight, I think I'm trying to, sway into some other, realms. My name is Ohepa. Imre Yebedi Nkomo. Na Ohe Nkomo edapono so a na chese ochina che demonstration kese pa hit the capital against sa amanfrafo a wo mebegu ha amanfrafo na say Ghana the Nigerians, Igbos, Lebanese for Kaho, Chinese for Kaho, and Bebe. Oh my Ghana, no, I say, I am Manfrafo, Nadia, who maybe Tremor, dear, Nadia, who partners are Fianca, say, ye Pia Bontinas, and Monina say, my name, and any idea whom, other than that, they are here, we know. But Yanka see a jatum say, Mun say, mine, and my Unicra Jessa Moyesa, yeah, courtesy, your leadership, who have ruled this country 33 years. But tonight, protest no, you are suspended. Why? Because Ghana and Pennyfobi, one more day, if you machine air co, at the end of no more, I didn't want to confront your main. I'm a Ghana on Yamo. Baby, I must say I'm a Ghana Yama, I'm or ye queer or a Wednesday. Take it from me. Go and reset. Ghana Yama or ye queer. The soul of this nation will continue to weep on your Wednesday. Okay? Then this nation, Ghana or your bar or your queer, Ghana is a Wednesday. Don't be surprised. You had the Black Wednesday. I'm sorry. The current down. Ghana Yama. Anybody go and research it. Now, back chance to queer line. Ghana your Oba, Sa Obano or your Wednesday or your queer. Those who know the history know. Said I'm not lying. Yeah. And the day after this year, na Wednesday, Black. Don't joke with Wednesdays. Yeah, the Wednesdays here never be brave. But mu fe niagro. Yeah. Don't try so bet net no one sa aye nyoma bone e was adanim. No. Hupa. Me ready say me call, but they make me a catch him say Ghana or your bar or your Wednesday or your Ukuada. Yes. Edi no mo kwe. Abanya ba. Abani nye ni 1 year mpo yo. O man nanka se gina ahohia mu ya ho tete yan ade ba ko a ya ko ni emu anisua emu abenidie ni apenisie eye ye kwaye eni ye nsua aban mienu kɔ wɔn ba akɔsesa manfrafo na mo sɛ na abra mo nwene nani na echi no aban mo so maba afi ba kokora ma mo de edin foforo na mo de kɔ akɔto sɛ de ben a responsible de ben enu firi hifa how man kɔ bo asa nkɔye we a na ncha anya dien. What is the meaning of this? Mukotu ni din fufuro man tu ni din fufuro he puto hwegum ni na dan kwansinuma sa na asem but man koye we so na anye den mukoye ya se mukoye ade eche Ghana for ba be ka ho asem pa etia mo a na eche nya asem papa even though they see ye no ni ye hwehwe but man konso e because I know say President Mahama kura na ade we ne bon so sa because obisa I said no galam say ho asem de hey de bio ema me kan aban no mpanimfo bi kura na have been nipped. Our modern investigations are no. Emma some investigation ye hu anu na mo se akwa launch ade foforo. Say enu nya de. How? Ewura well, anti-street protest no. Ye pesi ye pam sa Igbo peni ye friend no chuku wudi Jude way. Officer Ghana nya atrenchim ti jama ye ref yo. Chuku wudi. Let me tell you, we have not forgotten about you, and some Igbo presence in Ghana, we have not forgotten about you. Chukwudi of when South Star proclaimed the king of Igbos, Ghanaians have not forgotten. No. The fact that we have a disaster on our hands, no. We aren't through with you yet. We'll come after you. Ghana benya ne fa ho dia wo mumpenifo ni nimsenti amanfrafo na afa mo man amanfrafo afa ni na afa. Folks, into demonstration, we'll be on a wire crowd or China power back abontin. Hold on, 2 weeks from now. And it'll be this uncommon. But in the meantime, tonight, many impiniphobi, the actors of the demonstrators, Minomba Bedin Como, Ibi or London, Ibi so Ghana, to say Nano Yeno, Ibidin Commons are Yede Koyenim, a year womb, Nanso, and yet the first time a year be ye, ye gusu ye. Because they are not some tournament as a Ghana for no. A banner say, ye be swan, ye diare who find him move on you we are. At the Serbia name, Musa Gumuti Susuya, will come back, same. the chickens are back to roost. Sani etie. Inti me ready say me di no. Baby a me bono ho. Eye otonfo no said your person what tene dade nti na me ye de ameye no. Umpenifo no so reckless. Your leadership are reckless, both of them. Until eye fa ho adwene. Don't depend on them. Enti menim penifo be di nkomo. Ebi wo land na ebi so e wo studio ha. E be di nkomo kra enche, but before nkomo no be hye ase no, hye no so say meni adwumakoi ye wonsa woso die kese papa na yensa woso die ne ye bra o pass asase na asase no de be den o pese bia usi schools tilie o pese usi school kese ne nipa bem say university say JHS say crash say den school education. And I hope so into hospitality industry usi Airbnb hotels na mani ade ana so say uhia asase we e dia den e dia real estate, cluster of houses, buildings. Ana mpo pese usi wa odan enu nti meka kire say frɛ won na no omuni nkomo na no omudi no kire o made a pese wo de asase ne ekoye o pese usi wa odan ana say the above nyoma ama mention e dia then wo metimia select asase ne bi e dia ma asase e wo bronu bebre e wo kwa abenya breku de nchira ama saman insa wo mbotia no ene kaswa bebre asase su ye feyie ya na yakɔgye asase no yempe hunte bia nsase ɛwɔ greater Accra ha de ntokwankwan nade nsikan kotokuro nsrada agyan na aguso enem ne ade bow and arrow eni sofi ne nkranti kuho udi agro weku ato akene kwa asase mpo kekempu yekum nipa ho how much more enti enko violate obi asase konna kɔgye asase a entokwasem bia nu no mbeye papers e de amount na unim se we di asase ewo we nimu dimu eba ne henya wo mo na ebe sore defend me mo amasore de bia mo court no problem to asase free baby a wo mo reliable na mo GDC wo mo agitum se asase ne wo mo de wo mu dimu edwuma kuo ben a ye from Ora Black Stars for which kwan ewo kaso ewo ofanko he ya ochina e memene wono be side every Saturday bi omo call side den crofo call all over places here me boboy omo di nipa ko ho se mo nkɔhwe asase no se wo pa wote ase ansana fi nkutahudi na koso na omo aide etwa asase ne bia ma se odi si school se odi si hotel hospital anything anampo se wankasa wodi a pese odi si no Ora Blaster for was anhyehyɛ ni na edemo office no ofanko he chana pa betimi afro no frɛ wo so ne Ora Duncan episode ni di nkomo na bo mi din kyerɛ omo ka kyerɛ so kwekwa na nse me mfrɛ wo na twa asase papa efema bo mi din kyerɛ no no twa asase kama no on fema Ora Blaster for no beje so ewo 0202 020 617 6327 020 617 6327 na manu gu screen so frɛ wo no mu ukota asase mo unze bebre mo frɛ me kwaku na ma asase na me percent wo ma private company no mo ko investigate me say bebre mo the lands investigation about I won't do that because I'm tired. Anything I'm no mo na since agreements o mo mra ne enton asase e wo ya yedim ama asem ba wo ho a metinye di ekira ma wo e na asem so kra emma ho enti wo hia asase a bra na company na me no mu din sa wo so na mwa ne nya asase mfema na asem ya mfa na asem ko na nipa bre kra wa asase su dodo what you say ene we fa heniness ne na asefo enti Ora Blaster for there o masase krojin problem bi no problem bibia o mu ye bia na enkrata da ho hwa asase a me be ya kire say vast land enkrata bibia de da so a wo kwa kotoi ehu bia enim. Take a listen to this.
Hello, welcome. Thank you. Sure. I'm interested in buying a plot of land. Seeing your ads online, decided to pass by, come check it out myself. Doing business without seeing real offices these days is kind of really stressful.
What is your budget range?
Spending about 50 to 70,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow. Luckily, we have a plot of land here going within that range. Actually, at Dentra.
Oh, great. And how's the payment plan?
We have an initial deposit of 20%, outright payment, 3 months payment, 6 months payment, and 9 months payment. With the outright and 3 months, we give you 1 trip of stone and 1 trip of sand.
Oh, wow, interesting. Sure. And I think I'll go for the 3 months payment. When can I go view the site?
Every Saturday, 10 a.m. is site viewing.
Then I think we are good to go.
That's fine.
That's nice. Thank you.
So
nice doing business with you.
Nice doing business with you.
Find your dream property with Aura Black Star Limited. Visit us today and let our expert team guide you home.
You can contact us on 030-2452-555. 030-2452-555. Our website at www.auralblackstarlimited.com. Aural Black Star, your preference, our priority.
Great, folks. Welcome back. Ghana Speaks. And I'm the mobile bedroom. Mamenye, some birthday wishes. Be quick. Na afi yemra jumedie mu na ejabeto ha. Great one, I'll say. If not been God at our side, then what else? Yes, it's your birthday today, and I'm very grateful to God for this special day in my deepest heart, dear. I wish you a very big, glorious birthday, Vanessa from Cantona of Kesbin FM. Cantona of Kesbin FM, ne wish it. Maria Oda screen is I from Vanessa, all right? Vanessa, yes. Vanessa, this is very, you're kind of saying, wishes way is coming from Ura Cantona. So, no, Cantona na wishes are you from Kesbin FM. And I'll say, yes, enjoy this birthday, Papa to the brim, okay? The next one, so I'll say, bro, today being your birthday, I am grateful to God Almighty for his special day. Happy, glorious birthday to you, Moses Abamwara from Kobe. Moses Abamwara. Ruby X at CTV and always sure, right? I'm Moses Abamwara. Birthday ne, and this special wishes is coming from Ruby X of CTV. And the man of many parts. He's an engineer. He's into music production. He's from so many angles. Of course, Ruby X is wishing these people happy birthday. Come on, folks. Afi yenra yedwumedi anymore. Na yankwohwe say den na ekoso. Oh yes, Moses Abamwana. You're a great guy. Yes. When him cry familiar pao. Now, tonight, before we pay tribute to, of course, tonight we are going to pay a very nice tribute to our, fallen heroes. But before we pay tribute to our fallen heroes of Black Wednesday, let's ask. Let's what? Ask. Has the nation also paid tribute to the 16 lives lost on the Kumasi-Accra Road barely a week ago? What claimed their lives? Fundamentally, nothing more than our what? Bad roads. As me be saying, ministers here, one more question for me, 8 of them. But for want of time, inti, yebema tribute ama 1, 2, 3 be. But here be say, afi yeba ye free ye jo musi hwa. Before incident we be see nanu ukwadano. Accra Kumasi Road, 16 lives are perished or kwine so. Ne de me be say one mon so e den na yaye e wo ho e yasema me bisa. Den na yaye wo ho. Sa 16 lives no anamo ben ene yetuo e de ama awofo ewuranom asankra yi eye wo mo. Brese womu ense womu free den yaye wo. But then fundamentally the obi maybe some say kwaku den e ma sa 16 lives in perish here ni nara the ma 16 lives in perish no is because of the bad roads. Another question, how many lives had that stretch of road already claimed before these 16 lives perished just a week ago? Afiye bisao. Before 16 lives, ebe shiro munkwa no. Nini pe bia shiro munkwa deda. Yes, sir. Eno se die na de bai. Has this reminded our state authorities of the urgent need to focus on proper road construction in this country. Eba say, enipa saying, maku saying, I can't say, doing sian as saying. Akai mu Ghana mpanimfo bi se de bi o ewuranom ya kwantempoin enyo ya kwan enyo ntimum ye nye ni yie akai ka mo de 16 lives way abo Ghana mpanimfo bi pusade eja yem hihie bi abramo de wo mo nom gu on 16 of them. It is very possible say your chief of staff among these 16. It is very possible, say, your members of parliament, it 16. It is very possible, your president, it is very possible, your diplomat, it is very possible, your professors were 16. But, gone. Against the backdrop of what? Recklessness and wickedness of our state authorities. Now, Medemu Refie. So, baby, sir, you focus on any proper roads construction or many more now. Or it's still about siphoning the money meant for what? Durable roads that should last long enough for us not to live in constant fear and mourning. Akaka say no. Mumyenye a durable road. A durable road that be lasted for saying and fear do. Edun sia 30 years eko na kwanin say ya ye bianti Ghana chira na 33 years uni me kwan our politicians NDC and MPP uni ma de omoye. Now let me tell you guys, say NDC na what power a stretch road like Accra Kumasi ye de ma contractor na party no say NDC party a de omoye ne say contractor no sika no ye de ma no ne ya ma wa eden sika na esu wa eden. What they are buying what take power and political party no this one political party no or the says can you be and so them party no and they are one and sana one no sa contractor no so minister no or yes sector minister no share roads no minister no so be generated and sana certain high ranking government officials and so inside then and so accommodate say president ni will be or pay kickbacks in there says can he be called president no yeah. Party no wa beni mu no party ni gine de koma party no minister no be gine de president no be gine de enti ono contract no be wie no sika na kakra bi no be nya de be ye kwan. So what my challenge mo MPP and DC come and tell me Kwekwana is lying madam. So Ghanaians watch it, all the roads that we did in the PNDC days, most of our roads near that so in tutu ebe tutu so not just say quite a big keke. Check it right from Kufuor time. I dare you people, you wicked, cruel leaders. Madam, come out and tell me you are lying. Now, Ghanaians, go and do the other side. Don't tell me something quiet. From Kufuor, Abresu, Besi, Ebria, Menemo Kasa. All the roads we've done in this country, across municipal, district, highways, many. About 90% of our roads here, including within municipalities and even here in the capital, it is as a result of what I just told you. That is how most of the road contractors shortchange the money supposed meant for these roads. It shows that all the roads we have done suffers what you call what? Quality roads. Quality deficit is what is killing us on our streets. Ya kwantimponi su na kwani ne tutuni na ye de ben a what a deficit of quality contractor no nya hwio but sika ne de aka oni nsem ne de ode be ye kwan na amamu no nko check it. Yeah, winim hweo temamoto hoya enra my online editor Ken Campbell nearly together with Onini ne colleague, they nearly lost their lives. Ewo Temamoto way so ha. And so in the era of Akufo-Addo, your minister of roads, Amwakwata eko jina kwan so. E kwan no ko jina so no. It di almost about say 2 weeks was saying na motorway na o ma divert road ni enko bi so se den o so mo patch roads no. But we all know nya fina metro be a history that the motorway was built in the era of wine Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. After Kwame Nkrumah, how many governments? Unison Jane, under your fourth Republican Constitution, how many 33 years? This is a dual carriage road transporting nyoma, enuane, any hinfa, cocoa, pineapple, and many foodstuffs. Foodstuffs, so they call porto near Shepeko. And you won't penny for no nyansa ni umutrim se mumian bibia nyashene. Let's construct our roads near my so all the food basket area ni na ni betimi shipping nuane fro e de abesen e de akọ enkai wo masa nzo say road here die from Malama to Tetekwashe. It took a foreign government under the Millennium Challenge goals and on the builders Aquaway, George Walker Bush Road. Now, you stupid, foolish leaders. Say you could name the road after a foreign white president. How? Who among you, leaders? Nobody. You need decency, so you couldn't even name the road after any of your leaders. You named the road after who? Former American president, because one is Canada mamo. Lunatics. On se moto in the soda. Yan se bian kanchon said the baby Kwame Nkrumah ye di see ye. Yaba. You have enough money. Ghana has enough money. But they said we ain't gonna do it. They won't do it in Swampa. Woman is can on bet charm on ye be my party no minister ne jine de ebi ko president wo me win is kanaka kitu ebi enye sika kitu o wo mo che ne ve the bisu di ma e media na aka wom. That's what your leaders are good at. Many times everything happening to this country is without doubt self-inflicted wound, one we are often fully aware of, and yet no lessons seem to have what? Seem to have been learned. Now, we share or my way on. Adia higher or memu nara. Obe komuno, the howling nara, and yes, yet to ho, and obi, say be a bibi free, real be, and abe say no. Na the common language I can use it self-inflicted. Yani a tricky sao how no e de buyer so bonia yanka see den ye this how no buyer so say ye pesa how we ye den e buyer so ye penesa yani this a trenchem deba. Hwe na ne nipa 8 ye omokonya sebe wo makọ aircraft team mo free sura betete aya abasani asre ya 7 predators ye bra hwehwe omi bisa say Ghana Armed Forces for so far report ben omediaba. Now, if me fan say I don't want to mention, but aircraft is free Accra, Eko Kumasi. Odi saying about 35 or so minutes. Accra Kumasi, yes sir. So aircraft way Z9 A2 from the Air Force base here to Obuasi SOD how many minutes? Ghanaians, start interrogating the situation now. As a SOD, how many? If any of this aircraft free Kotoka Airport or Kumasi and attack right there, how many minutes? Fanese 40 minutes from here to Kumasi. So now the question is, aircraft way Z9 F3 Air Force base Air Kwahano Obuasa, how many minutes in SOD? That's the first question. 2, at what circumstances that the aircraft could what completely disappear from the Air Force radar? Who was sitting behind all this equipment to monitor the aircraft within that space of time? Say, oh, free ha, all corner. It's a honey or bossing, no aircraft, nobody saying, Sahani Kumase, next obedi 30-45 minutes, and you're not Air Force base to Obwasin or Mukwe program, and say Air Force aircraft, or do you how many minutes? 2, 3, why not what to war checking or radar and so? 4, a ban saying an aircraft disappear completely from their radar. And then the announcement started, pretty fluid, started dropping in at the very hour of somewhere late as 2 p.m. on Wednesday. That was where the military realized, said, no, when my aircraft are here, and on the announcement by. How many hours thereafter? So, within the very possible hours, what was the military doing? Could the military know, or if they know, what? Send on bet me reinforcement. No more another aircraft, another helicopter. Eko jine wiemo. No me sane. Womu military men are womu ekuta. Your friend say rope. No me descend war quickly. and send no say aircraft no kwan bibi besia and my rescue bi. Enti communication course saying who did what and who didn't do what? What is it that the military is hiding now? Bibi of course is self-inflicted. Tonight, let us outline 2 major catastrophes we have allowed to cost the nation dearly. Catastrophes that continue to weaken our what? Socio-political and economic output as a nation. Maybe chemo niema mienu a ye bedi hu nkomo. Minimu di nkomo quick. Na sa nyomo wey a destroy or may eguso a destroy or may with the speed of beam light. Them fa umpeni for them form ho so that MPP and NDC hold them for this. To begin with, our banking sector is out of our hands. Our communication sector is out of our hands. Import and export, import and export out of our hands. Goods and services out of our hands. Miniature jobs like mason, carpenter also slipping out of our hands. Ghanaians, this time prefer what? Togolese, Ivorians as masons and carpenters. And no more way now make it lift up a nation's local economy. The banking sector any Ghana from Nsembium. The communication industry any Nsembium. Nanchanye bibi nenye bibi anya wanwan. What we say and ono why Jataba, my friends, Minister for Communication. When to kwana oni DSTV for ekono sa na beba no. So mo to kwana Sam George oni DSTV for no mo kono. That is how silly, that is how stupid your leaders are behaving, and you will continue to fight. But you know what? The government upon government could have reversed this trend, could have averted this catastrophe. But almost say no, we are not going to do it. That is why the communication industry is no more in your hands. When you manage communication with Ghana, MTN and Telecel and so your communication, including the president communication, are all not in our hands. Somebody is managing it. And the very sad part of it, yet and I'm obey Ghana card. Ghana card near a year, Tom Prince in a year, one of them your telecommunication industry. Of course, which this communication sector does not belong to you and I. So we are here, but foreign powers are holding you and I, our thumbprints. They are holding our thumbprints, including the commander-in-chief of the security services. They are holding the thumbprint, and then foul leaders know. Well, import, export, and also any diabium, amanfrafo. Nina amanfrafo na yes edumayo. Nara amanfrafo and yes edumano. And your leaders are busy grasping, busy stealing, busy corrupting. And inform ho, and he for no bekwa, or maybe betting a giant who says, hey, debio. Listen, this is the local economy. And the local economy, we need to protect it. You don't give your local economy to foreigners. You don't allow foreign base to come and control your local economy. No. We have the means of which we allow what you call the FDIs, the foreign direct investment. That's aside. But how on earth, as a sovereign nation, you give your local economy to foreigners? Ghanaians, we are but who said the leadership NDC and MPP no muya mo nhihwe mo because mo anapane ade achi ade asenya the omo ya ne so omo ye sika ho adwuma krono akromfo omo ye sika ho adwuma and they are very busy. Hwe anya no a military officer dey be amede ne be reference. Dey be amede ne be reference say hwe Lieutenant General Kutu Echampo ya de bi wo mem ha in 1976 thereof. When am I do here? Oshedin or say, look, the local economy is the bedrock. The local economy is the nerve center. The local economy is a strategic pivot. Therefore, there's a need to strengthen. So Kutu Echampo did what? He encouraged many business sectors, businessmen like Wynam, B.A. Mensa, Boache Mattress, Venezia, Kwau Motors, Siao Brewery. These were then the indigenous business sectors in this country. And so, Kutu Champon said, listen, I need to set out a business fund. And every Ghanaian can access this loan. And I tell you what, guys, or volunteers, many Ghanaians, men and women, including the wives of Ghana Armed Forces, could access this loan now. Businesses are. Look, the dividends of this loans, one way to me, especially Mano, could afford to buy cars like what? VW, Volkswagen. At the time, the Germans were assembling their plants here before later, then they sold it to Co Motors. And Yesika, editor VW, and that's the history. Later, no, the likes of the Kweku Bakuno were sending posters all around, pasting it on walls, and Kutu Champon is what? Is sleeping with women in return of golf. That's how that history became a history. Say Kutu Champon name money did that. No more golf. That's why no more the damper and today. As long as Utumi sete alone say yemfanye djuma no man mfasom Kutu Champon make sure so all these local business entrepreneurs were all what? Were beef up, were cushion. That is how our mind yet dream. So Jenny, and then where business entrepreneurs and when they so much Ghanaian businesses are collapsing with the beam of light. And yes, sir, and taken over that time, Mama may collapse. How many banks, indigenous banks in this country, including my own wine chairman, Venezuela, said to Agongo, close Guni Bank straight, Indian Bank, a good straight. Now, under the Fourth Republic, the AN say, yes, say your home. Just say, what would the America tour and nobody say your money, Guya Yeduma, a man frafo, Momra. Mama, ye mani yo, ekwe, yabao, monfa, monseno. Say don't bet me dia, na MPP ni NDC, wait to right, no wait to left. Jumo mudie no. And be brain so, one kasane sa a man frafo way, asin signing a bond of destruction of this nation, and they don't even care. And the moment says Sam George need DSTV for on one back we see we yeah. When we say that DSTV for see I so recalcitrant, DSTV I grow iron horns. They become recalcitrant and they don't even bother, they don't even shake. And form yeah, that is it. Calni GVG issues ne we saying. Mo nyamibe tuamo kapapa. The leadership of this country. Nyamibe gumo so semo painfully. Munse sama brabo e kwanya modi o man fa so Sam George Carly GVG some ne we saying we know what we know we know a lot papa Carly GVG one say mo peja part of the strategic communication of this country mo de mahwan a foreigner Carly GVG Nigerian company he was in this country and he was in the MPP era. MPP government used the county GVG was what? They were using this company to be spying on some top government officials in the MPP. Madam, you think we don't know? You think we don't know? County GVG was spying on some government officials in the MPP as well as in the opposition. Animals. Madrining Yejuma. MPP Nyanism. Juma Mudi no. Madrining Yejuma. You think they say in your teacher of mine? Sao Yami humu mabwate. And I won't say, I'm afraid ne kuta o mine. Ghana ni pomba imported aduane mpo no. I'm afraid ni bi no warrior sadie no. And all the shops in this country, ShopRite emodia. Enyamodia o. Games omukọ bebre many of our supermarkets. Melcom emodia enyamodia. Bakuna Sea Airport in Chamo friends, Marina Mall, Elmodia. And then the big hotels, even the hospitality industry is gone. And now, the worst part of this dark situation is that we have allowed foreigners like Igbos of Nigeria, Chinese, Lebanese to fly all the way to Ghana. And then instead of protecting our land, we collaborate with them to destroy our own enviable forest reserves and precious water bodies. We do this at the expense of our nation's future, the health of our people, and even the survival of the human species. And the worst, the very most shocking part We don't even care, folks. And the one who say, "Enipa amako for my bar, modu omo say your man, the Igbos of Nigeria." Woman ye jino mo concert, mon papa mo free kroma, mo say hey, munya Igbo for munya Nigerians no. Oh, woman ye boni bia. And so there no, you see, the Igbos of Nigeria have taken one side of our system. What are they doing? They are causing prostitution, murdering, and all kinds of illicit trade. The evidence are there, and I'm going to show you some of them. Lebanese for part the first from Kakra. The Chinese for them, the influx of Chinese. Again, Chinese for them. One of them cover Chinese for them they buy. MPP NDC. I dare you people come and speak. One of them cover Chinese for them. Now the shock part of it is that MPP beko NDC beba Chinese for beko swaba. So why not cause some over? Now the metals and excavators no. My the Macans excavators be a macronumobium and so still excavators eba. In the 21st century, whilst nations are racing into an era of rapid development, innovation, and discovery, ours is sinking and sinking too fast, courtesy of what? The so-called leadership across many African nations. Leadership that has proven to be the most cruel, the most barbaric, criminals in suits, leaders as hard and unfeeling as rock, leaders good for nothing except what? Watching our continent bleed. Amayama ine tumrika. Amayama ine dimrika. Obia pempuntuo. Obia peso such an inyomem. By this time ye kaya one of the African giants enye Nigeria say ye Ghana. Because yene Malaysia for ne etu se Americano, yene South Korea ene etu Americano, yene Singapore ene no mutu se Americano mu betimi. Gross indiscipline and abuse of power, and they don't even care. O say masas na mo say no with American we niaje. The 8 fallen heroes we are mourning today were on their way to launch what they title the 8 heroes na ye mourning omendeno were what? Were on their way to launch what they title, quote, Responsible Corporate Mining and Skills Development Program. I repeat, they were going for what? To launch what they call Responsible Corporate Mining and Skills Development Program. A noble idea on paper, yet not too different from what the NPP government launched during their tenure in office. And what did that bring us? On paper, no, that paper so beautiful. So edini pen assistant. Edini pe and assistant. What they title Responsible Corporate Mining Skills Development Program. Edini pen assistant. But who be say the same in the same spirit the MPP for be here no and one be na mo nam kwan so mo kwakoye. The yem say a DA MPP for the community mining the na de bre nothing. Adena na mo kwaya ema mo suma sa mpanimfo yi mo makonya mo mpatewuo ene atofuwe yi sa de ya mo suma so mo nkoye yi ewura no mai emfaso ben ene na de bebre yi nothing. I dare anybody me say nothing. Ayo say ye ene de bebre o man ye nim de akoso o man mu empesu so baby as far as money ye ko say mo say dino man say dino. My issue is that why now? Why? Aden na mo ma Ghana nsa say any Ghana kwayempo ehun towo mo say aden MPP ni NDC aden why aden na mo ma kwaye no and why don't you want the earth? We call to the earth. My question is why don't want you guys, why is it that you don't want the earth to breathe? Why? Why is it that you don't want the earth to breathe? Hey, eranom aden as I see na show and cry ya warm in all the mining sites are deformed. The water we are drinking to the extent say do baby Ghana water for see intimi pumping so as unless we double the chlorine and also you cut them Ghana. Major destruction of Ghana's forests and water bodies. Destruction so deep that even now we are still battling hairs forward and hands tied against the what? The lasting scars of that cataclysm. Folks, ya bre, Ghana bre. Mamo nyesa, mutrimu odin. Adia mukoye, emfaso obiya ni so. Adia weya na mukoye, me say emfaso obiya ni so. And it was completely untenable. Se mo work kwa launch bibi say, yes, kwa nese community man bi be ko so say nyome say emfaso obiya ni so. In less than 1 year, adia na mo kwa ye no. Ade ndia. Na se nyu nyame and was standing in Bemua and would dear main one for fear. By this time, the whole world is watching Ghana again. News by the news by the hour. The president of the Republic of Ghana has crashed in a helicopter. Not that the president is going to launch any agricultural program. Not that the president is going to launch some anything. No. The president was going to launch what? Some community mining. Random. It's no penny to Juma. You bet me I will boss or I'm bossy for what Tom and because of say propaganda because more bossy for to abamum Emma munity. Oh, some government officials mu boni ni mususum fi na mu pesa man kumyanti na do ye newe ni adiaba. On say no obia so they are all crying and weeping. And your gallant soldiers, a fine man, people's husbands, people's fathers, people's brothers. Today, I'm not sure. Sometimes it's an act of what? Human orchestration. Okay? And yenu anumi and omatete sebe in previous and sebe in yard mesreka omatete abasani asre we can't even put them pieces together. And as of Enra, I learned that I feel that yentimi amfre the South African for no so momra meye test no ha na emum hwe enipa sebe in previous wo such a painful death. We have to carry the body again into what? Bags. Fly those bodies again there and back. O ma breo. Me mamu kuse due what? Me mamunya the 8th whatever. Me mamunya demrifa due. Ghana would have been weeping much more than this. And I know. I don't know for mumo men ko or how musa. The echo so memu nara. Enye bibia o asofo ne hu wo maka wo mai say ba mumma yanka sanso yemfa yensa wensi yebo se yaso odin mpenifo aso odin. I mean, from the politics of today, the politics of today, tonight, we continue to mourn 8 fallen heroes of Ghana, whose untimely demise occurred on Wednesday, now being described as Black Wednesday. Ghana na mumpenifo, maya swodin, ahombonia mudiabet, me say Ghana, ni petrimoye din rough. Se si ade oman no ahun boni a o ma betratra Ghana ni hu bida ahun boni beye huhum enrosam occultic for dos wo manimu ne moja samonko a emoja ena munum na napa ne awia ne anadwo bebre su gu politics name politicians no say fa your politicians many of them omina occultic for nko a emoja nom for nko a Bonnet, woman sorry bonimu, woman no bonnet, woman jare bonnet. Now some be jeja mu TV ni mu radio so they speak like angels, wicked cruel leaders. We are bonnet for. Nyame hu mobo na mon kai so se mo breso beso. With this me say Wednesday and a Ghana ya wo no. Wednesday, nti mun check bibia moye wo mem say dia moye tia Ghana fo biara wo nyame wo hu akunta o de be mama mabu. In light of this tragic event, a planned street walk against the Igbo presence in the country has been postponed for 2 weeks. Enam sa train chemi atu enti ya ye ne say sa street walk no ye twa san kakra na emom Chukwudi should understand say the protest is coming on plus many actionable plans including say Monday expose on Chukwudi and any dubious way of what defrauding the Turkish business guy. That expose is also coming. The part 2 is coming. Meanwhile, we state categorically that the Frontline remains committed to releasing the remaining expose on Chukwudi and his Turkish business partner. The expose involves a transaction amounting to 265,000 USD, and it will be revealed in the coming days as part of our ongoing effort to expose Chukwudi's nefarious and dubious business dealings in the country. We would begin with a tribute recounting how President John Dramani Mahama narrowly escaped the tragic accident of Black Wednesday. Folks, afiyen room ni enhwe kwan a omanpeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama utumi yeden u free sa atrenchem kese we anche bana breach ya bo media for the second time na nya asem ketwa. Listen to the narrative how he escaped it. Take a listen to this.
Many since yesterday I've been calling and posting on social media and saying, Assemblies of God, thank you for saving our president's life. It's not about the clap and listen. Sound is better for me. Listen carefully. We did nothing except that's why the speaker said you must be prophetic. You don't need to be a prophet. When last week I received a call from the president's secretary that he would not be able to come today, and I had been invited to La Côte d'Ivoire to be the special guest of honor for their independence, and His Excellency had asked the vice president and his wife to come in this place. I said, thank you, Dr. Callistos. Then I called Reverend Bauer. Reverend Bauer, President said he's not coming. I said, I don't accept it. Go and mobilize the prayer team and pray and reverse it. Reverend Bauer is my witness. Where is he? Ask him. I told him, I said, I don't accept it. Then Monday, when we arrived, I was a bit late. I was just coming and First Lady called me very angry. Said, Pastor, President says that he's going to La Côte d'Ivoire. No, we are coming for this program. We have planned for this program long ago. No way. It was a battle on the phone. Battle on the phone. He said, don't accept it. I was talking with her when the president was calling. I said, Mama, president is calling. It's okay, I'm going up, but don't agree. So president explained. I said, Your Excellency, I understand. Your will be done. Then when I was leading prayer, I saw Mama calling again. I couldn't receive the call. Then she sent a text and said, we are coming on Wednesday so the president can travel on Thursday. So that was how it was averted. If he had come today, he would have traveled yesterday. So when the speaker says we must be prophetic, every pastor, and this comes by being very prayerful, spending time, hours before the daily not that you pray on Monday, you don't pray Wednesday, when you're going to preach on Saturday, then you start fasting on Friday. No, but it is not us. Bible says God works in us both to will and to do according to his pleasure.
Great. So this is the circumstances that led to President John Dramani Mahama narrowly escape is tragic. Our next tribute goes to the former Defense Minister, Dr. Omane Boamah, remembered for his dedicated service and ever cheerful presence. Omane Boamah, for me, on my side, yes, he was a brother. And I'm going to tell you something short. If Ghanaians, you know this or you don't know, before I entered journalism, I was highly a political activist. So the likes of Omane Boamah in the early days, today, it is so common seeing there. Morning shows, afternoon shows. Now, political party communicators are better on those days. Those days, me and friend of political party communicators. So no. Just say yaba, depending where you belong to and how you want to carry your issues across. So the likes of Omane Boamah, Fifi Kwete, Bismarck Agbenulu, I don't know where he is now, Neelanti van der Poy, saying Roland, Hawa Yakubu, ne former aide. What's the name of this guy? My friend is saying John Boedu, Mustafa Hamed, and those group of guys. Yenane a program, and then friend is saying Irabna, friend saying Isiam, Francis Isiam, and many more friend is saying hoops na doyenum ne a radio so Martin J. Kosanom Kahon and then a radio so a political debate in the days when I remember Dambotre was the MPP General Secretary. So yeah, in those days. That was when you know, say, yeah, the student days of politics really at its best. Yeah, no. One better studio, they don't they claim they know yet swimming in their pool of ignorance. And on my extremisms, those days, on Omane Boamah. And then he disagreed. So I know him like a brother. But I'm going to watch, you are going to watch this. That's a tribute to him. That the day he was doing this, perhaps, was the very last day he was shaking hands and telling them goodbye. Take a listen to this. Great. So that is Dr. Omane Boamah late. We also pay tribute to this friend and a brother, former Minister for Science and Environment, Honorable Murtala Mohammed, remembered for his tenure marked by his frequent citations of both the Holy Quran and the Bible. This is how I know him of. He cites the Quran, the citation of the Quran, and then the Bible. Murtala was well known for this. May he rest in peace. Take a listen to this.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلكم وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين يهادئون الله والذين آمنوا وما يحنؤون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب عليم.
May all the 8 gallant soldiers of this republic rest in perfect peace. Yes. Onyankopon emfa wo mu nyara ema mo krabie papa bi pa na ebrepemu said ye nhihye tie wono ye ne ono onyankopon ene wo mu na beto abasako mu said ye sene fata edwuma na omo kwa akodi ni se bebo man se mo man eno nkyere se so omo kowu no debi eno nkyere se so omo kowu but enya aba na say the military high command, we are waiting for more report because fiti hey eko boasi na samu plane ko sensin room for several hours. 2, the military could not also send reinforcement or attach to go for rescue mission. 3, it took them several hours all into the day because if the plane left 0912 was a day. But how many minutes expected say the Z9 would touch base? So if the Z9 was not touching base within the stipulated timer, what did the Ghana Armed Forces do? What happened to the radar communication? What happened? Here. Now again, folks, guess what? This is our nation. The Ghana Armed Forces controls the airspace. Every aircraft to be a hover within our airspace is monitored by our military. So then it begs the question, say, the military owned aircraft will be hovering or moving in our own territorial airspace. And the Ghana Armed Forces couldn't give it the necessary surveillance backing to trail the aircraft until it lost its radar. Like, seriously? Let's turn our attention to the Igbo crisis and the Igbo tension. Now, let's turn our attention to certain criminal activities linked to some Igbo elements operating within Ghana. The video you are about to watch exposes a Nigerian kingpin who lured underage girls into the country to engage in what? Prostitution and other illicit activities. After video we Ebra Nigerians be campaigns be akose sasa my way edo maba oman ha edien and odo mo be. Then the age girls are going to speak themselves. Take a listen.
From where, please?
From
Olu where?
I'm from Imo.
Imo State.
Imo State, yes.
Olu town from Imo State.
Yes.
How long have you been in Ghana?
Just listen to 1 month.
What is your name?
My name is Asos Divine.
Divine.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 16 years.
16 years. My God. How long have you been in Ghana?
27th of this month will make me 2 months.
2 months. You are from Imo State.
Yes.
What is your name?
My name is Odrupe. I'm from Imo State. That was south.
Sorry.
That was south.
Sorry. You will be fine in Jesus' name. God will take care of you, my children. What is your name, sister?
My name is Selina Danjo. I'm from Plateau State.
Oh, mommy. How old are you?
I'm 18 years.
How long have you been in Ghana?
7th of this month will make me 2 months.
Oh.
My name is Odrupe. My name is Odrupe.
Where are you from? Imo State. How old are you?
16 years.
16 years. Stand up, let me see you.
My brother, this 1, 2, 3, they are the same mother, the same father.
3 of you are from the same mother.
The same father.
The same father. Have you spoken to your parents? Where are your phones? They're taking all your phones. Who brought you to Ghana?
Cesare, who be brave? Video. I wept my eyes off. 16 years. Until Ben be a one of my bonting. Ho. Now, when she shows send out to Sao Bawe, to beat me for Bawe do not call fee. So, on an equa and you are a ho. Ghana and penny for one of the reasons behind why we are asking that let's repatriate this Igbo man Chukudi out of this country is the fact that he's been accused ostensibly of leading the squad. And you marry who? Huh? And you marry who? 16 years old, 15 years old, 17 years old, and you marry who? They are school going age. But here costs some maybe good Ghana. Ghana penny immigration officers say, immigration director, what are you doing? Or brown kola we bo Ghana as so and Nyankopon pesa o Ghana penny for the allow many pebi ye was as we so and you who share underage girls. Bonnie Bain and Korea ye and you mo fault so hey who show ma don't blame them. There is a campaign bia one year mamia only mamio campaign your bar. No, only one brother could say 15 years, 16 years. Marcos is so maybe good Ghana as I said, Sabit one mumra and mebo bread. He say, now be yourself, Nipebi, Penimubi, said the Dana Hemu, says Sunetrane Baye, no Butua Krawi. So why? How? Have we lost our brains? Have we lost the consciousness? And then you be a who? When po Emma Munira Sunka said, no, come on. Musesa Montamana Monko. Nigerians out. We are tired. A Nigerian man shares a harrowing account of the differences in lifestyle between Ghana and Nigeria. Ti Nigeria no kanasem. Said ya Ghana and Nigeria said ya abrabo no etie wa ha. Abrabo eti Nigeria no enye the same. Na eti wa Ghana. Ono no eka onye me na America, nye me kweku na America. Tie no, take a listen to him.
I can proudly say that Tinubu has failed us. Nigeria don't fail most of the youth for this country. I'm hearing black today because one young boy, the boy they sell fish. They just kidnap the boy, kill innocent boy. Another young boy again survived 17 bullets. 17 bullets. But they won't kill him. See Ghana. Do you know that the richest men in Ghana, they don't have convoy? I went to Despite Museum, museum. There is no one policeman at the museum. But Despite they stand there. This man, what will be this man name again? Ni Amakwe. When do birthday shot down, carry all the whiskey, all the video come Ghana. That man not get convoyed. Shada not get convoyed. All the big men for Ghana, they don't get convoyed. MPs not get convoyed. MPs not get police. You know why? Ghana is secure. The young boys of Ghana, the youth of Ghana, they are working freely with their V8, their Range Rover. Nobody they kidnap them. Nobody want kill them. Nigeria, once you get small money, 1 million naira, you dey fear for your life. 1 million naira, you go call pastor, you go call native doctor, you go call witchcraft, your man go pray for you, your power and go pray for you, widows go pray for you, Ashawa go pray. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. Who do us? Nigeria, I beg. Make this country work again. I beg, Nigeria, I beg.
Good. A Nigerian man recounts one of the most horrific events in Nigeria's history, revealing the painful story behind why an Igbo has never become president and will never become a president in Nigeria. Story I may be watching. Papa yi chere in Nigeria for Abakwasen Muno. Igbo ni enye president da. No sisu se Igbo ni so enye president da. Said the Chukudi nano walk kanin se mhu bi se ai wonu besi ni palace no siwia kiane ke sune Igbo ni be president no ba be visit palace no Ghana. Papa we asama o chire mu se Igbo ni ntumi nye president da. Na bi so nsi da die ntia Abakwasen bi o ti sa Abakwasen. Take a listen.
Tell you why Igbos cannot rule Nigeria. You know what happened? the day they killed Tafawa Balewa, they removed his turban, they poured wine on his head, forced him to drink, and shot him. And while he was being killed, he said, none of your tribe will ever rule Nigeria. I'll tell you why Igbos cannot rule Nigeria. You know what happened? The day they killed Tafawa Balewa, they removed his turban, they poured wine on his head, forced him to drink, and shot him. And while he was being killed, he said, none of your tribe will ever rule Nigeria.
What hey? So who tracy Igbo for na bakwa samni bi? Sintia omuntimi ra omampeni position e bi na what no. Because short break me ba. My guest here in Ghana and then in London, Germany, they will join Ghana Speaks Extension. Of course, folks, stick and stay. Make a short break me ba. Ghana Speaks Extension will take off. I am Kweku Anan.
Thank you. Sure. I'm interested in buying a plot of land. Seeing your ads online, decided to pass by, come check it out myself. Doing business without seeing real offices these days is kind of really stressful.
What is your budget range?
Spending about 50 to 70,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow, luckily we have a plot of land here going within that range. Actually, at Dentra.
Oh, great. And how's the payment plan?
We have an initial deposit of 20%, outright payments, 3 months payments, 6 months payments, and 9 months payments. With the outright and 3 months, we give you 1 triple stone and 1 triple sand.
Oh, wow, interesting. Sure. And I think I'll go for the 3 months payment. When can I go view the site?
Every Saturday, 10 a.m. is site viewing.
Then I think we are good to go.
That's fine.
That's nice. Thank you. Nice doing business with you.
Thank you.
Find your dream property with Aura Black Star Limited. Visit us today and let our expert team guide you home.
You can contact us on 030-2452-555, 030-2452-555. Our website at www.aurablackstarlimited.com. Aura Black Star, your preference, our priority.
welcome. Thank you. Sure. I'm interested in buying a plot of land, seeing your ads online, decided to pass by, come check it out myself. Doing business without seeing real offices these days is kind of really stressful.
What is your budget range?
Spending about 50 to 70,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow, luckily we have a plot of land here going within that range. Actually, at Dintra.
Oh, great. And how's the payment plan?
We have an initial deposit of 20%, outright payments, 3 months payments, 6 months payments, and 9 months payments. With the outright and 3 months, we give you 1 triple stone and 1 triple sand.
Oh, wow, interesting. Sure. And I think I'll go for the 3 months payment. When can I go view the site?
Every Saturday, 10 a.m. is site viewing.
Then I think we are good to go.
That's fine.
That's nice. Thank you. Nice doing business with you.
Find your dream property with Aura Black Star Limited. Visit us today and let our expert team guide you home.
You can contact us on 030-2452-555.
Great, folks. Back to Ghana Speaks Extension, of course. In this edition, we bring you, updates on the street walk now postponed for 2 weeks following the tragic death of high-ranking government officials. Message you were, let me read this message. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in the clear day. Amos 8:9. One for Nidiamba messages there. I'll say hi, Kweku. Please, the politicians were playing with our future. Let's revisit our traditional leaders to take over the helm of affairs. As for our fallen heroes, may Almighty grant them peaceful passage to eternity. Husky Maze, no, the okay, folks, my member studio, also I've been joined by my studio guest, and then the guest also, we have guests in Germany, Hanover, Mr. Asante Ewoho, and then Nurse Stana also in London, and of course in the studio I've been joined by Destin Zan. Destin, it's saying, give me the point. Bibi Aboko there. Good. Before, let's say you're one chair Ochna, and you hit the street, Giriba, but Enyamaso. But first, let's give me your comments about this tragic death of this minister. Yeah.
Yeah. It hurts because me kwaba namamba it sounded well. Yeah, and no dear make us say even up to now I'm heartbreaking for that. Yeah. Because of that entity. Ama nye pese ye boa on mine. Sure. Yantimi anye ya hold on. Kachina ne kwe but ade we about crown the zeal no morano and nothing I hold on. Yeah. But Yamin for Mukrancy and Yamin him the best. The Biado Yakasa Yamin him the best, but some things that it are mistakes.
That's right.
And yes, Yami de Bianyami, but yet Tom Yamin him the best.
Yeah. Folks, that's Destin Zan. And a woman open remarks. I mean, me 2 guests in our lines. Of course, my main touchy base with Nurse Stana. Stana, good evening. What is saying? Hello, Stana. I had the saying now, Stana, your opening remarks about what you heard, this very tragic death of our friends, high-ranking government officials, as far as London is concerned, saying Muteki news, Stana.
I want to first of all thank you very much for the opportunity, and I want to thank your listeners and your viewers across the length and breadth of the country and in the diaspora. Kwaku, I think the issue happening right now is a bit of a tragic news to everybody who is a Ghanaian. Yeah. We all have some sort of sentiment about what is happening, because obviously, regardless of your political affiliation, we still know that some part of our body still feels like we are connected in terms of our nationality. into Yatesa and Semesi, you can bridge memory. When we had all these issues, we were a bit frightened because this is the first of its kind when it comes to issues happening here and there in the world. We hear most of these things in the US and in different parts of the world, but in Ghana, so it was a bit of an issue. Because obviously these are our huge leaders, our minister for defense, and who is in charge of the security of our country, and we've got the minister in charge of environment and science, who is also an instrumental person in the country. So in fact, the earliest remarks necessarily, we were not really happy. We were sad. The state of the whole country, the people in the diaspora, we were all sad in terms of all these things. But I have my own opinion when it comes to these issues, and I know that because you are the host, you drive me gradually to give my whole presentation when it comes to my opinion when it comes to these. But in entirety, you say that we were not actually happy with what the news we had on Wednesday.
Good one. My name is Asante. When say Germany, okay, first of all, news in a saying as far as this 8 Ghanaians lost their life in this tragic accident.
I just me chiao ni wati kunyina. I send in a coy and impact we can say at our agu any paso. Some of us are still in shock. Bibisa a bit to me anti Ghana Maimo. Now, maybe personally, me some years back, me in Lima time no say so. Rollins early day of the revolution, I'm say Palladium side or another thing. See, no more yet. Leaders is about no more Yankwara and saying Quarabes is 16 or 7 visa. A Burabia no more Palladium school. I'm saying, we are no more. That can really, Kaisa story no. Nobody knew how many years that's how it was Guma in Para. It was a national tragedy. So I see now. The cost of Bombay say Radimo of mine buying and my never be a tesano. It's bill because Usha Yampaning for and Yashiri woman, which is very, very, very defense minister power, defense minister and an environmental so indeed somewhere I hope now in fact me and that's what up to now I haven't even recovered from the shock.
Good. Destin, so what had the equia reason into Amaya postponing demonstration, still demonstration a bebaso. Give us the reason, Sam. Ghana Nibia would say, I saw the Shana dream say demonstration a bebaso. And Yama Bensa and a sa Ibusi threaten your nation with Chase. Bibi a besi or memo habiana or root cause. But it look as though Ghana Penufono said, from who said no, but who catch Romonswa, you better another story altogether. DNS agitated the gun in and he said 2 weeks from now, I saw an agent say, I saw Babonte.
One thing they say, me say, though, Mintiman Casaman knew Ghana has, but since me sorry, no, me knew my dear friend kidnapping. Our Ghana has said, Debbie. So many killing, no, mean, but this time around, just few years ago, and they are kidnapping. No, me cross, I kidnapping, no, mean, say TV soon, but now it's happening real.
It's real life
every day. Taxi driver you mukuni and saying why or ye jumo keke match then no here on body mo awafa na ko
exactly they no here
then one thing ade ma crampo no protest ye de hu jim pan say once if you na hu nim say bia enne no akwa to taxi driver no ono ye obi busua o
exactly
but china ye be ye wo busua one kasa crampo no bia na ye wo. You see, so this thing, so I say, say, protest, bintina, yet, who Jim, no, never be coso or mine. I say, ye nice form, never more mine who say, never say, coso. Why, no, deba, ya be borders at all.
Exactly.
And a gap on my penny, so I pointing Crawford, say, Monko guide, who say, maybe I say, ɛsɛ wokɔ reception hɔ ɛsɛ wotwerɛ wo din na kyerɛ sɛ meba bɛyɛ sei wɔ ha
exactly
nti meba ha na sɛ bibi to me kra na ɔmo nim sɛ meba ha for a purpose
exactly
but bisa sɛ Nigerians na mo Ghana ha sei no ɔmo sɛn ɛna yɛ documented even kra yɛ nim sɛ we your friend say ɔfria say ɔba Ghana because of this purpose why saying what are the immigration doing there what exactly are the immigration doing there then purpose ben on work borders now more here omo juma ni said then you see these are the things that sometimes we are Ghanaian now jina na bibi here really are you serious you do what to say bo hu ban bo mine hu ban nti immigration for na police for ebreo immigration for omo na police for ebreo.
I tend to agree with you.
Yes, because some immigration for mama kwaya foreigners need to me
exactly.
I'm a police for jumani near to
some not crime are sophisticated.
See, I know police for no but they cannot complain because that is their work. Police for most of them sometimes when you engage with them they tell you chale jumano yentimi kasao but omo esen komo hwe jumano omo so omo nye immigration for muna esen ka mo Ghana ho ban say bibie ni a obi be Ghana say kram ya nim no your friend say or to say oba be business or yes say na ka Ghanaian say who say oh bibi to no kram na ye be who say you don't even know a single you can't even ask a single because me since 2008 many Nigerians be brave I business I related so many times into minimum none of them can tell you that this is me document and I way na me deba Ghana for
wow
nti you say no you crop na mo eyi ne there omo di abro especially immigration omo di abro papa
good one there but me kwa man so na me next time first of all the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces the president I say this Nigerians issue Igbo crisis a storm in the teacup therefore like we should all relax including while sure Nigerians in so say we must relax. Do you tend to agree with the president the fact that yes even though it's a money be cost to but we don't have to also raise it as high as the way Ghanaians we are doing it here? What's your opinion?
Thank you very much, Kwaku. I think land in Nebekato says bollocks. Nebekato says bollocks. Yeah, we want to tell you say sebi in the first place. We know say we are in a country right now. No, the country needs to be placed under national security monitoring because the country is under crisis. We are at a time and dispensation in the country that the peace and the security of the country have been tempered. We do not have an IGP who is a working IGP. We do not have a national security apparatus which is working in the defense of the citizens of the country. We are in a time and dispensation now. The people who call themselves citizens who lined up on the 7th of December 2024 voted for a government to come and rule over are in scare. They are in anxiety. They are in despair. They cannot go about their normal duties because they think that there is somebody out there who is causing fear and mayhem to the people of Ghana. Our mothers and our fathers are not able to go about their normal duties. Our kids are not being able to go to school by their own self because we fear that they will go and will never come back. Taxi drivers are not able to go about their day-to-day activities. Uber drivers are parking their cars because they fear that they will go and they will never come back. We are in a country where daylight, people are spraying and killing people like their ants and their antelopes. We are in a country where our sisters are going out. They're coming back as dead people, that their spare parts are being away. And the national security apparatus is saying what? It means that they do not even care ordinary citizens because in Ghana we have made sure that the poor will continue to be poor and the poor will always suffer in the hands of the richest. The rich people are always becoming rich and the poor people are suffering. So the country itself is in a security crisis. The president, who I thought that said that he was going to reset the agenda of the country, should have placed the country under lock because the country is in a time and dispensation. Yet to me, and trust the president, we can't trust the people that we voted for on the 7th of December because they have failed the citizens. Because they have failed the people that they voted for. Even the people in the NDC have have regretted. They are disappointed the government of the day.
But
the police have failed.
But yeah, Stana, would you also take it from another angle? Sir, the president says he's acting on what his national security ministry is telling him. Sir, they've done some research about X, Y, and therefore nothing seems quite threatening. Though, do you agree, disagree from where the president is coming from? Because he's acting upon instructions. What do you make of this?
You're acting under nothing. You're acting under nothing. The life of the people are under stake. The life of the people are on a drawing board. We are on a chopping board. You are acting under people who are giving you instructions. They are giving you false instructions because you see on the internet, because the internet don't lie. People are being shown on television in Sabuzongo that somebody is eating on outside a chop bar, and the person has been sprayed and killed by gunmen. You see on the internet that somebody have been driving an Uber or internet don't lie. So if your security apparatus, your security advisors are coming to you and they are giving you something different upon what you see on the internet, and then you say that you are acting on advice by somebody who is giving you falsehood, then you do not believe that your citizens are in danger. Because if who the of course was internet, so president who data who phone, president or internet so they news or CCTV or mistake go and buy black no or mistake go and buy or cancer and patch no or can answer no. So if the president is telling me that they go and can know internet so then the president is lying. The president is deceiving Ghanaians. The president is lying to the people of Ghana, the people who trusted him to reset the country and protect their integrity and protect the sovereignty of the country. You know, the president and the life of the ordinary citizen, the poor people who can protect themselves, who can afford a police officer, who can afford a military officer, who can afford a body man or a Muslim man to protect them, is under attack. And the Ghana president said, you should look at the grounds, because danger will lose you first, because he was not looking at what the grounds was saying. You believe in his cabinet and the people who are advising him. You should go down and look at what is happening on the ground. The people of Ghana, people are and sex trafficking is on the rise. Cyber crime is on the rise, and people are being trafficked in like ants, and the immigration system has broken down. And so we are telling the president that we the youth say if you do not act as a man and as the leader of the country, the youth are not now childish anymore. We are not kids anymore. We've gone and we've learned and we've overlearned, and now we know we can take NDC out, we can take NPP out, and we'll face the Ghana First agenda. What is our primary objective? That we are not going to look at XYZ, we are going to look at Ghana right again. Ghana become the beacon of peace again. Because right now, Ghana is not safe. The peace and the security of the people of the country.
Good one. Good one. Good one. Asante, from your perspectives from Germany tonight, so share the year we are Obisu Kase, oh, yes, before her, you know, I'm for a while and all of that. And the president Nekano, yen fair no one ye Jumase, Yankasa, yen securities of our own, and not rather to push the president to the wall. Say, Chinchina, on ye den, Pam Nigerians. And also, President Nanwasama Babetui. So, this year, yen versus the president, and then the Igbos. And him for Ghana for the engineers this year. Ye train president, you know. Ana so say the nasem ne be yedwuma ana yankasa sebi o ye twia for president nso ne aye de ese hemfa ne yemfa.
Well, I just me say I'm say sound quality ne you kakra ba nyamete you know me asenya ye man pani ne security apparatus no ye police ne ayo I'm say failure they have totally failed us. Men can question my Bushia living on Usu or tax and mental or say, Nairi, Kuja, and no particular no yet more right. And as I said, or Dano, sorry, no Juma, or Tama, neighbor, and the Irene, sorry, and of a 4 o'clock, no Kuja. As I said, man, sorry, no Kujano, to sit time or be factors. ako ansa no no so asan aba na why then what ba beta no asore be say 6 o'clock or say then no ako any Ghana no time be na sa gi we isi ya onipa ye ntimi mpo way keeping Ghana for ye nipa ye pe way keeping if you know where you be ye pe all night ye ntimi nko sa de no me no aban na wo te kono ade na wo yi ade ba ade Ghana aban oh ye anye bi akra no say infant Mahama na wo munye gira almost security people are internal security almost internal security of the country if you want need nipa wo around want information former president 19 every day they are almost brief on the security of the nation antia alaka fo we no mo wo mo kunkum ye awiane anopa na ye yankasa ye tie man mu na ye ntimi mpie enko abonten for the farmer because enko yi enti saban na anhwe na wanka no anye hu bibi dia ene ne be ba ne say ye yankasa no ye de mra no be share system na the vigilantes ne be for wood e be ye dey we will have to do it to defend ourselves, our wives and our children. Because enough is enough. We've had enough of these Igbos, and they should go. These Nigerians should leave our country.
Destin, yeah, BBC has said the voice of the people is the voice of God. Yeah. And you can see in Ghana a lot of voices but still the government are quiet kakra. And yadia womu kasa. So does that apply to them? Say, hey, the voice of the people and the voice of God yekaso. No, my eating.
Oh, one thing say, government, only hope for the family. Government, will hope for the people.
Exactly, I agree.
Now, what are the people saying? You say you want to feed them. They say they have not eaten. You say you want to feed them. They say they have not eaten. So what are you trying to say? Nkrofona say omunti na wo ye government no. Omo inti na wo ye government. I'm not trying to blame any political party.
Government for the people, by the people.
What are they doing? Sisi ana ye kan Igbo no. Though Igbo no asem no and started and started this era
aban
previous different yeah. But when no and as I say it's time na so revolution time na so say yes we them yes sorry
revolution pa
yes because this is the time no near say yeah sorry na can say but it's not about party because parties in na buy these people were there.
Because I don't think it's a Ghana for a Kasa on MPP NDC. No. Igbo Assembly. A pure issue of Ghana.
About politics and me joining.
I see.
But this is about national issue.
Yeah.
Then at Nyama Ekosu my name Usha Guta for say what are you doing?
Guta.
They have reasons to and nothing on more. But Nigerians retailers.
Yeah.
And I tell you, smart way omo be retail no mass as their tom or microphone no mass sound on cheap into ukrampo no store na wo no san retail amount no wo nya shinton ono
seriously
cheap ono the buy retail no asan for them microphone no asan mo goods no microphone no san ton cheap na wo be ton no kakra even that's our law.
Really?
Accept that foreigners should do retail in our country.
No.
What is the Guta doing? Then Guta for a then Ghana Bar Association for a lawyers.
Yeah.
Lawyers in penny forward. What are they doing for the nation? Just a criminal case. They say, copy lawyer and no dear. Now, or much share court. No one in but Nyama is say, what are they doing? Mokan credit. And you say you nimbibiu, but you share near Kosovo. You say no, never be pre or mind more a dear.
Yeah.
Most of the lawyers, as I'm talking, be brave to Kwanko. Omoko other countries now. She said, security Morocco, Morocco, Morocco.
Security checks here very tight.
Unim, even Nigerians and I are who almost say Nigeria. Nigerian. Send over brew quite home. Bisagana. Bagana.
Our borders are so porous.
Oga. No way, Yaman. Why are you free? You just enter Ghana.
Just say Sikanwa corruption.
one thing is say, Cascan one, or more just can share the button to emphasize officer no, this share the button, or Nim say, or the Kama, or the Kunim. Sikana word general, what say, what Toma Dutch, because he said, Only a bicrana, you be kidnapping her. Nipani ye bonny on to minka, because already no buy over Giska. What I say, say you will be crowned also here now, who buy no bed, who be Giska, obey BB. So all these things, you know, is something that is affecting the nation.
Yeah.
Oh, I say or mine. But here is it, what is happening? Yes, sorry, you see, we in the government, in one casa as a president. We see, I dare we won't politics and can send a free.
Yeah.
But this is not about politics. We do last year, street walk now.
Yeah.
Try to educate people about what we want to do. And Crawford Jane said it was about politics. Your mom said, no, look, this is not about your market, Accra market, maybe on Muton fishing. We're trying to tell the women why we want them because their safety.
That's what I'm about join you.
They are our mothers. At least almost sorry how much 5:30 no more. But sa woman no maybe I didn't see ka be shekra na obeye no ho osuro say bibi be si because ye ta gigi omo and security no den no mo ye. Oh, nti nema say no ye pesa at least ka oban no so nya den sorry no mfa nema to ye no. When you are saying they think you are talking about the current president, politics, because you are nobody is after in politics doing politics with this issue, and this thing is bigger than politics. Niesi Wagana saying is even far bigger than politics. Yeah, because political party be a no also change at the end. Wow. Yeah, because I think Nigerians is here no because of Nigerians so dying boy papa stores we are Ghanaian don't mean just store because Nigerian in Baba just store no. Na wo Ghanaian no san ton nyama wa bonten wo ton nyama wa bonten no na abaye so aba be chew na wo Ghanaian citizen you be suffering. You see, our leaders, it's time our leaders need to step down on their grounds and work. It's not for them to be in the V8 luxury car. See what those V8 and cars you are in offices, what are you bringing to the nation?
What are you bringing to the nation?
It is. Look, the main work is on the grounds. The main work is on the ground. But they are not doing anything just in the office. They say, okay, go and check. You are sending a lazy person to go and check. The person will come and give you any results. Exactly. Oh, boss, I mean, this is it. Have you checked yourself?
Have you checked yourself? Stana, Usha, their destiny, Kenya. These are very pressing issues. But first of all, my minister question was there. From your estimation, circumstances a bit media getting rid of Sa Igbos in Mourning will be like what if you are to lay one magic formula on the ground?
Thank you very much, Goku. I think we are aware that the government of the day, you know, said they're only interested in the success of Ghanaians. What we are interested in, more money, they are not really interested in the whole thing because they are in bed with the same like Igbo thing and other things. We are first of all disappointed in the immigration service. We are disappointed in the police service. We are disappointed in the IGP. We are disappointed in the Interior Ministry. We are disappointed in the Defense Ministry. We are disappointed in the government of the day. We know, say, there are a lot of criminalities going on in Ghana, which we are much aware of. And then we know, say, the Nigerians are taking over some important key areas of our governance, which hiding. We think that one. We will have to come out as youth. Everybody, say, we first of all, we need to let the government know. Say, one thing we are bringing to your doorstep. So first of all, we did a first protest, which was a peaceful walk protest. And then the government of the day had it, which brought about all media houses to give a whole lot of headlines to the government. Yeah. And he said the main thing that you're supposed to do is to first of all let the government be aware. Say the youth have risen to the occasion, and then we are going to make sure say all these illegal people staying and taking possession of our own private, our own land. We are going to make sure that we drive them away from the country. We are going to make sure, say, all the international agencies, the ECOWAS, the UNs, we are going to petition them. We are going to tell them that our country is not safe. So all these people, we are making them aware, say, we want them out of our country. We want our immigration system to be reset again, because people are entering our country illegally. Through the lands, through the air, and through the sea. They have taken charge of every part of our immigration system. People are getting Ghana cards and like they are Ghanaian citizens. People are getting passports like they are Ghanaian citizens. They will be my soul. It will take me a long time before I'm able to get a passport of the country. But me, if Nigeria not withdraw my man, within a short time, I'm on a passport. They don't want to send that. But the main people who are Ghanaian citizens know who can't talk about passport, it will take you forever. So we are telling the government of this, again, we will come back again, because right now Ghana is not say no matter of Ghana. So we are giving ourselves some 2 weeks. We will come back again with a major huge protest again. We are going to tell the government of this that we need these people out. And in that case, no, you're mobilizing Makola market for, you're mobilizing Kumasi for back, you're mobilizing people in the churches, we are mobilizing the Okra people, we are mobilizing everybody in Ghana who is a citizen of Ghana. We are all coming out to do a huge protest. We will bring the date, and Pukwana will come and announce the date. But we need to make sure that the government is aware. On your aware, we the youth, we are taking things to our own hands to be able to get ABCA.
Yeah.
Start off with ABCA.
Yeah.
Because the government was not listening to the youth. So the youth have to make sure that they sanitize and clean the system. The immigration system was dark. So the youth have to clean it. And that is what the country of Ghana is turning into. The youth are now civilized. The youth is going to see the good things from the bad things. So now we are wising up. And yet you need that time. They may say, "Mama, I'm going to NBC people. I am an MPP and NBC." Now the youth is able to make decisions from themselves. They know that NBC disappointed here, MPP disappointed here. So now the youth is thinking about Ghana first. So the Ghana first agenda will now charge all the youth to be able to drive all these illegal immigrants like the Nigerians out of the country, so that we will be able to charge and then go ahead of ourselves and then drive all these people away. And yes, Debbie, I'm a country number, so it can be
Debbie, I'm a country number. So, Mr. Sante, my Ghana OT and so yeah, civil servant too. And also a truck push or a mason, you do no abedu trap, the wood just so the beer will be a reasons why in 2 weeks from now, as well, sorry, Babontain.
Yo, I just come in and say. I did back when say Ghana for ordinary Ghanaian artisans who are mason, who are trade union congress, teacher, dear and say no, a brave decent self we one sorry, I like for edge one no aduanity, especially our market women or those who are engaged in retail trading. This is the time to rise up. Because and there are alata fono, Igbo fono, one more year. Now one more J, Sabu, Jumano, and Yama many papa no more and several. The bedroom baby, they will push everybody out of the market area. The bedroom baby, no, Sabu full wave, and now more population here, and the amount of time over or many more. There will be a time when they will enter our army, they will enter our, how do you call it, health system. They will enter our teaching system. They will enter every aspect of our life. Now, you will rise up against us. And this is the time to fight this thing. If you don't do it today, now we cannot do it tomorrow. It will be too late. And Obia was checking the move baby and said, "You for so we teaching trade union congress here. We are appealing to them." Professional bodies and Ghana, no, we are appealing to them. Retail Traders Association, Guta, Ubiamra out. It is our day now. You better announce now Ubiamra everybody is over out because see Naya and your back here for yourself who and Yamiko. Postponement and Ankoka, now meaning to a fear, and near Ghana, no, Mummy and Kai who say, a fears, the fears upon, and maybe for all the time, all the dynamic, all the cards, and we say, Ghana, and I want Chian, you big fear to I am paying for no actually Ghana. Now you it is a young can say a honey and Korea. You know, you big fear to now you feel to go a liberty for Ghana and ever and my hand. And they say sorry. And just idea, the elbow banner, everything. That's it.
Good. Stana, give me your last word on this very developing story. We say, sure, now we are even losing our own businesses here. For example, the Minister for Communications, Sam George, now is battling with DSTV. DSTV near Ghana, a company. These are the issues confronting us. I'm afraid for a taking over everything here. And now, yet, Trasia Manebe, too little, too late, before we want to battle. In your way, we say, how do we rescue this nation, even from the economic standpoint? Like what we are seeing, Sam George and DSTV4, because DSTV4 are really milking Ghana, papa. Osha, a year that's is about 28% of Uko Nigeria, less than that, about 7%, and or more operator in Ghana, the DSTV4. So doesn't all of this inform our leadership? Say, no, we can't allow foreigners to take this nation for a ransom. Stana.
Koku, thank you very much again. I think you see, as you rightly said, no, you gave a good preamble of the whole issue that our banks have been taken over by foreigners.
Yeah.
Some hotels huge been taken over
hospitality
by foreigners. Yeah, DSTV have been taken over by foreigners, and then we are now begging, we are on them, our mercy begging that DSTV on subscriptions and here and there.
Hey, Charlie,
we are not patronizing our own self because we have always left ourselves as cheap nation. Yamaya too more bought in the foreign front. And the Opia Ghana for these fears as cheapy. We have not put ourselves in a world geographical area where we will be valued, we will be seen as the pride of Africa. But we are now on the mercy, begging for arms, begging for. You see, one of the reasons why Bianca Baku can't jollof rice because we are talking about diplomacy, we are talking about aid, we are talking about the gas we get from Nigeria. When have you foreign ministers sat down to think about how Ghana can also develop themselves to have their own gas station? You understand? We are always dependent on foreign aid, and internationally we are begging, and we can't even look at our own citizens because when we let foreign aid go, we can't be able to manage the whole economy. We should be able to think about Ghana first, be able to manufacture things in our own country so that we do not go back to foreign countries and be begging for things. Ghana needs to make. We have timber, we have gold, we have bauxite, we have manganese, we have a lot of things in Ghana, but we cannot use those raw products into finished goods so that we only try to export our things outside and get revenues into the country. We are always going outside to bring mattress boxes and chewing sticks and other things. What kind of country are we building? A country that always depends on foreign trade, on foreign investors to be able to build your own economy. You're always going to lose. And this is the point. President John Dramani or Babaka or Babepeki, all those broken areas of factories so that we can build ourselves again. But right now, the pace which is going on, even the diasporans do not think that we should come back home to invest in our own country. Because once the foreign currencies and then the Ghanaian currencies, they are not in agreement. They are not in talking terms.
Yeah.
And we are pleading, say, the youth should revise their notes because the government is not ready to listen. And to your youth, first of all, say, the government of the day ain't our government. The government of the day, you are the government because Abraham Lincoln said governance is for the people. And it's made by the people.
Exactly.
So you should be able to believe in yourself that you are the government. Nippon president here, he's just a caretaker and he's a servant to you. You are the one who is leading the affairs of the country. You have just chosen leaders. So we are speaking to the government, we are speaking to the youth as well, that make sure that you do not put your heart and soul in the NDC and the NPP government. Put your heart and soul as a Ghanaian so that you fight and resist oppressors' rule. If the government of the day is the oppressor, resist the oppressor. So that one day Ghana be found into my paper because you are here, or mine, a mem. That video in Kophobia, ye from Igbos, any Alatafua, Nyansa, any Indian Nomutrim, about Betlemu, MPs, nay, this is the assemblyman, nay, in your first ever Igbo president of Ghana.
Great. Guys, into our guest in London, Stana, and then in Germany, Asante. Definitely a better touch base with you guys. So let's come to the studio and then end with our studio guest here, Destiny Zan. Destiny, Ebinimu say I Ghana for the year coming now, so if Rianka such as a Ghana for no ZB, I say a paho yedodo, and it's annual. Do you think Ebinimu take our hospitality into our weakness, to become our weakness?
Oh, sir, seminal, no crap. Yeah. When we are on the field, you say and go being called Indian, nay, yeah. Oh, Ghanaians, kind of class, no.
Say, Obi,
the Kanya, but no, you say, or Vimbi, or bet my penny, or relaxness, or non dealing. She and Sassy. Share foreigners in a day.
I tell you, Charlie.
Okay, Ghanaian shop 10. Ube kind Nigerian shop 50.
Really?
Oh,
are you kidding me?
Share. Yeah. Nigerians, no. Who even gave them that authority?
Hey,
you see, me secretary on the Biami. So I spoke. See, who even gave them that? Ghanaians, crampon. They don't even know who to talk to.
Oh.
They don't even know who to talk to because Oma will say, "What do you call a bang? Why a bang? Never Tieno." Until Omo
said, "Penny be any
home." As same way I see ya, you know, I didn't want Jim say, "You per se, you are Ghana, Gina, you know, at say, Crua, a war who I see." I'll be about dinner sound and I book room. Now all of a sudden, why do you
say
a word that
it says cow
crying? People are crying already. But issue way by and then you know I say no. I did a because Nigerians in this year they are taking over so many positions. And see, I'm not blaming them. They are smart people. They are working. On being said, on no very lay back. No, I'm being dinning on no bear to say Pakran or Benya or no Obeko.
That's right.
But Ghanaians, one thing I share, you can't blame the Nigerians, but sometimes
a part of the problem.
We are the cause of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Majority of the thing, but at least penny and wo fear there. So on call and cry a mistake. So
exactly. We're threatening
I didn't think protest to because you person you're paying for no there. Almost step it down to make sure that at least almost the name of 2 years.
Yeah.
At least we are foreigner. Only this and this.
Exactly.
Nigeria.
Mrano, I is so clear, Mobia. But maybe I need Masa.
Nem kase ya meni asase abra wa no you be kase tro asase no ye oba no di ansa na de ma so many things are happening in Ghana here na share Nigeria ni ya rent diamond no ono ne landlord anya asem o de sika akwakowo o maku landlord. So are you trying to tell me that sani pa no oh yes I dey no odwane ye no o ko tracing wo kroben so o free Ghana infa ya ni trace bia e betima trace nipa we say be kwa koche no okwa akwa dan kro bi so o in Nigeria and you say we are Nigerians no but never be koso we need to wake up and do something because we are Nigeria now be Ghana as be business then say ye the regulations be to so say yes na we say no near o ye no want to go beyond this boundary. But Ghana here,
we need a cut-off point, so simple.
Say, lead it. Guy here, should so-called king
no Chukwudi no Jew.
I don't suffer no be sumo. On say I guess or Sophia Numuno.
That's right.
419 is just a game. Osha video now is the same thing that this guy is doing.
The same roadmap.
The same thing. Share one. Only we have a picture or that tally.
Yeah.
Only we have a picture or that tally. What's next?
The game plan, eh?
A game.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's a smart guy now. Or you just that strategy, so that say or no watch a picture.
Yeah.
Who about free foreign own minister no? Now my friend now. Oh, now my friend now.
Yeah.
Minister now no be say. Or be shade no 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 picture ni. So when him say oh this man is
access to all the top officials.
Whatever he's doing, you can't complain.
Yeah.
See, last time now only MC Labanese ni bi wa say
Turkish.
Or Turkish. The guy cannot talk too much because and he cannot report to any police because the one he's going to report to the police has hands with the government on the government officials so definitely oko reporter ma hwan ya fraud na wie go your way and I want to know mu wie dia ye ho agi mu say Ghana din
and yes say no
find out ko bibia na ko kasa Ghana yet more room to stay but now when you border Ghana cry say oh you say bibi fraud crap ye kasa fraud no free Nigeria na buy
that's true
fraud ye kasa fraud saka what say then free Nigeria na buy Eba so no Ghanaians do make say Ghanaians yes
you embrace you
but still game in Ankasa I don't suffer no
Nigerians need leading move no
upon say up to now that's the word the guy no share Senka Yoko for investigate his source of income or then this kaba Juma Ben how much do you gain a month then you penny for
I tend to agree with you say Yoko should throw their spotlight.
And then I must say shutter talker and I'm more investigating shutter on my shutter the BBR crana Ghana.
Still Ghana.
But on no guy no ni cast now ni nyama onyano. Where is he getting them from? How is
that's a very lot of question. No to ya.
That's no to your on my no.
I tend to agree.
Oh kokan you because say tell one thing they say Ghana say oh you penny for no you penny for nankasa no omo no ma dia bro.
Folks, I'm penny for no idea, bro. Yes,
seriously.
Adiasa, you be see her. Yeah, but quick one. What is the minister and Sam George on ADSTV for no saying and talk about?
Onim, Sabu, make us say ignorant. Me
really?
Yes. Me
this DSTV, South African company. The same applies to when MTN.
Share. Me ma buy one. Studio high me way. 2 minutes in Akutao. So me mistake. You can just sack me. Any minute. Why? What is? How? Why should you rather be begging me the foreigner?
Can you imagine?
You rather should be begging me the foreigner. Does it even make sense?
But how many minister ne prepare?
Sure, minister no cramp. You should have even taken their lances off. They tell them you not get it. Because you have the power to take their lances. Any communication company or more Ghana say you the minister have the power to do that. What are you doing? Because only the Kasavia, Charlie, take check of this. No, they are show because own himself this is what they are doing. And say madam the whole thing no we penina o Kasapet near Babe Konao near now blog no so no family na eco debate o vow say o Babe Kwam or mine. But who blog only because no family pen equity, but you vow that you want to protect the country. This is what is happening to.
This is what is happening. Destiny to the BCA. Good. Great. My main message will say red flag. Mr. President Mohammed's visit to Cote d'Ivoire's president raises eyebrows. Is he seeking inspiration for an unconstitutional third term? Ghana deserves better. We commend leaders like Burkina Faso's President Touare, who prioritize good governance. Our president must prioritize Ghana's interests, not questionable alliance. Echo Thomas from Tema Echo Wasna de my kind message in area. My main kind ways say, hi Kweku, the Galamsey menace have devastated our water bodies, farms and forests, claiming lives, including Major Mahama. This tragedy should prompt the president to declare a state of emergency and deploy the military to tackle illegal mining across the country. It's time for a new direction in transformation and development. Agribusiness can generate jobs, income and revenues for government. The bioproducts from rice, cassava, cocoa, palm nuts, etc. can generate billions of cedis annually. With government support, local businesses can drive these initiatives. The time to act is now. Michael Ashalaja, now the by folks, me will be see us. Yes, say, you bet me at the agriculture and wow, a left Amma Ghana a boost, including giving Ghana a facelift. Like Kutu champion dead. But minima the crack government nara are you interested in galamsey na de why Major Mahama you kuni ya galamsey o mining winsemo mining one sooner 8 gallant men have perished. Folks, Ibo nsem no yedgusu den Yankopon yadma Monday exclusive expose biba anode ba make a date with me. National say 2 weeks from now, we'll hit the principal street of Greater Accra and it will go beyond other regional capitals until we'll see the real thing being done. Folks, we see a great show near the Brahman Ajui and Shannon say one more production Ruby X up there called Bestmark, online editor Kens Campbell, and then the executive producer Yao Yamba, and then my great guy, yes, credible Umina Bema Push. All events editors at large, and so Kofi Ansa and no Kofi Ejiri, and of course my guests, Destin Zan in the studio, and woman so war out there, Menomudin Komono, Ness Stana and Mr. Asari in Germany, Ness Stana in London. Folks, show way at Asuda YouTube into waiting me akwa give it to a friend, a brother, ubia na waiting especially more pay repeated no at the YouTube okwa type Kweku Anan and answer the Frontline show, Ubenya this show and Wasi show over the weekend. Folks, then we'll rest for 48 hours and join you again same time, Monday, 8:05 p.m. The Frontline will be airborne. My name still remains Kweku Anan, your investigative journalist. Bye for now.